coming harder than ever, and I can't go back.
YouTube, welcome back to another video, man. It's your boy Sean 2 Trim, and today we will be reacting to why Travis Hunter is going to break the NFL. Now, man, even though Shedeur Sanders fell to the fifth round, he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, but it was also good to see this. Now, the Cleveland Browns are just really dumb for this. They traded their second round pick to Jacksonville so they can trade up and get Travis Hunter when, look, watch this. The Cleveland Browns could have drafted Travis Hunter at pick number 2 and had Shedeur Sanders. Not imagine that. Just imagine that. Shedeur and Travis on the same team again in the NFL. From college to the pros on the same team, that would have been magical. They would have been to Cleveland. Cleveland already got a whole bunch of traction that Shedeur is there. Imagine if Travis was there. Oh my goodness, every game sold out. Every game gonna be sold out. But I ain't gonna do too much talking. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Talk to me, man.
Dan, who won this trade?
Oh, Jacksonville. As NFL fans, we're lucky that there's an organization that's courageous enough to let him play both wide receiver and defensive back that selected him. Because
really
this young man is just that ultra talented that we as fans get the opportunity to watch it happen.
About to find out if a true two-way player can work in the NFL.
He's done things that are one of one.
You cut on the tape, you try to watch him as a receiver. It's like, oh man, this kid can be a starting receiver. Put on the corner tape, that he could be one of the best corners in the draft as well.
That's Duval
back there, but I got you. Duval!
Trading up in the NFL draft is always a gamble. Miss and you set your franchise back years. But Travis Hunter, he's not just worth the risk, he demands it. A two-way phenomenon with the power to not only get Jacksonville back to winning ways, but to completely reshape the sport itself. The Jaguars are done waiting. They smell blood in the water in the AFC South, and they are turbocharging their bid for glory with a once-in-a-lifetime weapon. This is why Travis Hunter is about to break the NFL. Now, truthfully, there was only ever one player who should have been at the top of any pre-draft big board.
Gets away from one.
Give me that!
For Travis Hunter!
Up top into the end zone.
Crazy.
Caught! How did he make that one? Guns it. Sanders in a pocket. Oh, what a catch! Travis Hunter!
Travis Hunter is anything but your typical exciting draft prospect. He is a truly elite talent at two completely different positions, and it just so happens that these two positions too are two of the most important in the modern NFL. As we all know too, wide receiver and cornerback salaries have been getting more and more expensive in recent years, and in Travis Hunter, the Jaguars have got the ultimate 2-for-1 deal. It remains to be seen how much they're going to tap into his two-way talents, but the option alone makes him one of the most unique and exciting talents we have ever seen emerge from the draft. It really is easy to see that he was worthy of the generational tag too. When asked about his bold decision for Hunter, the 34-year-old GM James Gladstone said,
Count however many drafts you want to. There are players who have the capacity to alter a game. There are players who have the capacity to alter the trajectory of a team.
Man, that's what I love.
There are very few players who have the capacity
to
alter the trajectory of the sport itself. Travis, well, he has a lot to still earn.
This is what I love. The fact that the Jaguars organization has faith in him and is allowing him to play both sides of the ball with absolutely no regrets is what I absolutely love, man. Come on, Jacksonville.
In our eyes, has the potential to do just that.
I mean, truthfully, when you put it like that, it's pretty hard to argue against also. Like, Hunter is just exactly the type of guy you want in the building. Matt Harmon from Reception Perception pegged Travis Hunter as the third best wide receiver he's ever charted. And if you want to get really excited, he summed up his profile by saying Travis Hunter is the closest player I've charted to prime OBJ since his early days with the Giants.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's pretty good, right? But on top of that, just exciting wide receiver profile they're getting, they also got a top end corner as well. Like, I mean, you would be hard pressed to find any pre-draft positional ranking that didn't have Hunter as the top cornerback option, which tells you just how special he is. I mean, whether or not he can actually contribute on both offense and defense does remain to be seen, and there are plenty who have already written that off as an opportunity. However, Travis Hunter is the kind of guy who loves to prove people wrong, and most importantly, he's been doing it his entire career. Nobody believed that he could continue playing both ways when upgrading from high school to college at Jackson State, but he did just that. Then when he upgraded again from FCS to FBS football, he proved everyone wrong again. Like, against tougher opposition in the Big 12, Hunter kept dominating on both sides of the ball. He played nearly 1,400 snaps in 2024, which yielded 1,258 yards and 15 touchdowns on offense, to go along with 25 tackles, 4 interceptions, 11 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble on defense.
They ain't even throwing
the
his way.
athletic feat is no joke. To even be on the field for that many snaps is one thing, but to be able to continue dominating is another, and a credit to his stamina and dedication. His reward was an all-time collection of accolades. Not only did he pick up the prestigious Heisman Trophy, but he also was the first player in college football to win both the Chuck Bednarik Award as the top defensive player and the Fred Biletnikoff Award as the nation's best wide receiver. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that trading up for that athletic package wasn't a good idea. Like, yes, you could argue that it was a lot.
This man won the award for best defensive player and best offensive. All right, bro. Come on, bro. It's nothing more we need to talk about.
Of picks to give up for Gladstone, but I mean, have we ever seen a player of this caliber?
No.
And from the sounds of it, it does sound like the Jags are going to start Hunter off at wide receiver, which I completely agree with. Head coach Liam Cohen said that he will primarily be an offensive player, but will learn the defensive system and will practice on that side of the ball as well throughout the year. Cohen even admitted that they, and I quote, have to be fluid throughout the whole process. So let's see, as an offensive playmaker, what does Travis Hunter bring to the table? Well, first up, he immediately forms an amazing partnership with last season's star rookie wideout Brian Thomas Jr.
Like that.
I mean, both players are dynamic offensive weapons with incredible movement skills, with the potential to be the best pass catching partnership by the end of the season, which is excellent news for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, let's be real here. The Jags quarterback is the biggest winner here. Like in Brian Thomas Jr., he has a rare size and speed freak who can win at all levels and take the top off of a defense. And in Hunter, he has another freakish athlete who can also win at all levels and has truly rare ball skills. Like, Hunter will catch anything that is thrown in his direction. It doesn't matter where the ball is placed or if there's a defender in his way, the kid knows how to come down with it. And not only that too, but his wide receiver play benefits greatly from being a defensive mastermind as well. Knowing exactly where to settle against zone coverage and being able to decelerate and accelerate with ease. Like, he can do it all, and he arrives in an offense where he should have plenty of room to work with, and especially considering that Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be occupying the opposing team's deep defensive backs. Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is just a lucky guy, and Jacksonville was right to get him some help.
Can't mess this
As
up,
we all
Trevor.
know, T-Law received a mega $275 million deal prior to the 2024 season, and after not exactly proving he was worth it, Travis Hunter's presence alongside BTJ can absolutely help him play up to that price tag. And I mean, truthfully, Trevor Lawrence hasn't even lived up to his own generational tag that everybody was giving him in that 2021 NFL draft. Because, I mean, if we look at his career in a retrospective right now, it's been pretty up and down. Like, I mean, even in his one playoff victory in a comeback against the LA Chargers, it's marred by the fact that he threw 4 interceptions in the first half. Not only that too, but then he threw 7 interceptions over a 5-game losing streak to close out the 2023 campaign, which led to the Jags inexplicably missing the playoffs after starting 8-3. Nevertheless, Jacksonville felt comfortable enough to make him a top-paid quarterback, and the arrival of Travis Hunter gives him the best possible shot at becoming one. With De'Ami Brown coming in as a useful third receiver and Parker Washington flashing some upside as a rotational piece as well, this group is really starting to come together for the Jags. Not to mention Brenton Strange at tight end, who also looked decent at the times when filling in for Evan Ingram in 2024. They have a solid group around Lawrence now. So we can be pretty confident that Travis Hunter is going to elevate this Jaguars offense. But what's he going to do on the defensive side of the ball? Like, I mean, after all, we really have to consider that Gladstone is going to be using him both ways, especially when considering how much he gave up to trade up and go and get Hunter. Like, I mean, Hunter was widely regarded as the top corner option in 2025, thanks to largely some insane movement and ball skills that make him such a dangerous wide receiver. However, on the defensive side of the ball, that's where his footballing IQ and just crazy instincts come to play. Like, I mean, his high school coach even told Denver that they were blown away by his intelligence from an early age.
He can tell you every single route based on alignment because of the type of film that he was watching, you know, and that helped out our star, that helped out our safety, our Mike, all the way across the board, because now those small details that, you know, you're talking about on, you know, Monday through Thursday, he's now calling out and you know exactly what play is coming. So little things like that go a long way, and that's why he's going to be ultimately one of the best DBs and wide receivers to ever play the game, you know, because of the impact he has with everybody around.
Simply put, the kid is just built different, not just physically, but mentally. Like, I mean, understanding two completely different playbooks on two different sides of the ball throughout an entire season just shows how smart he is as a football player too. And then when you add in just his nose for the ball as well, I mean, the kid is just so generational. It's crazy how good he's going to be. Like, I mean, he frequently broke off assignments to break up passes or collect key interceptions throughout his entire college career, sticking well to defenders and sometimes essentially just running the route for them. He really is a game changer on defense, and it will be fascinating to see how the Jaguars decide to deploy him. They gave up the most yards in the NFL through the year in 2024, averaging out at 257.4 yards per game. So, I mean, the temptation's definitely going to be there to get Hunter in the rotation on defense. They're just going to need to find a way to do it so it doesn't inhibit Hunter's transition into the pro game, which is difficult for any rookie. The front office already stated that Hunter will primarily be on the offensive side of the ball as a rookie, so we may only get to see a very limited sample size from Hunter on defense initially. I mean, after all, to consider too, there is just a lot more to learn on the offensive side of the ball, so that kind of explains why they do that. Communication is key in the secondary, and spending so much time in the wide receiver room will put him on the back foot when it comes to understanding assignments and building chemistry with his fellow defensive backs. He will also struggle to spend enough time studying how to beat the opposing team's wide receivers and what tells they might have in their own game. With that in mind, it does seem like his defensive influence will come further down the line in the season, but it would be completely silly just to rule him out right away. Like, I mean, at the very least, he's a rare depth piece, and he should be able to be moved around the roster depending on what the team does need. Should the team desperately need help at cornerback, he can transition into the DB room. And in the rare circumstance where he does not work well at one position in the NFL, he can be permanently moved to the other, making him far more bust-proof than most first-round prospects. On top of that too, he's just the ultimate character guy too and has so much charisma. Like, I mean, he's the exact kind of personality you would want in your own locker room. He's a leader and has an infectious personality, which can help the Jaguars develop a new culture that is ready to overcome decades of underwhelming output and make them a contender in the AFC. In Hunter, Lawrence, and Brian Thomas Jr., the Jags have three pillars to build around on offense. And in Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, and potential Hunter again on defense, the Jags have the three pillars to build around on defense. Things are also looking good on the coaching front as well, with Liam Cohen arriving as the new head coach after the 2024 season, having helped Baker Mayfield post a career-high 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns in a very good Buccaneers offense, which suggests that he's the perfect mastermind to oversee a similar transformation here in Duval County. James Gladstone as GM is incredibly young, but he's learned from some of the best from the LA Rams and has already proven he is willing to be aggressive to get game changers onto the Jags roster. The most important position in the sport is locked up for the foreseeable future with Lawrence, and there are exciting talents on both sides of the ball, none more so than the two-way phenom in Hunter. So is the future finally bright in Jacksonville? I really do think so. I mean, the Houston Texans took a step back offensively last year thanks to their woeful offensive line play and compounded the issue by trading away their only good pass blocker in Tunsil, so who knows what's going to come from them. Then in Indy, you have two incredibly inaccurate and unreliable quarterbacks in Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. And finally, you have the Tennessee Titans, who have got their rebuild underway with an exciting selection of Cam Ward, but they are clearly still a year or two away from competing. I really do think that this bold move for Hunter is a great step towards Jacksonville refining their footing to take atop the AFC South. Most importantly though, Hunter is a great asset to help Trevor Lawrence finally play consistently good football with long-term potential for Travis to legitimately impact both sides of the ball at a high level.
Man, oh man. Can't wait to see Travis, man. He gonna be in Jacksonville, so they're saying he's gonna be starting rookie at wide receiver, and then they'll gradually kind of put him in packages for defense, man. Hey, man, as long as they really just give him a shot to show that he can play both. I'm not sure if they'll let him play both like full time. Like he'll be in one offensive drive, and then the next defensive drive we also see him in there. But hopefully it does get to that, man. Hopefully it does get to that, because who are we to say that he can't do it unless he proves that he can't do it? I still think he should get the opportunity to do it, man. But if you enjoyed today's video, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if there's any videos you would like to see me react to, leave them down in the comments or DM me on Instagram. It's been your boy Sean 2 Trim, and I'll catch you in the next video.